NX Lab. Okay, today we will see the new group. It is the surface group here. We passed all this group until now, and last week we discussed about the synchronous modeling here. And today we will start the surface group, the features that is in the creating some complex shapes, surface shapes. So if you open the here, you will see there are several types of the how to obtain the surfaces. Also in the top here, you say surface group. See the several too many features. Today we'll discuss about the sweep functions. Sweep functions. Here you see the some sweep functions, a sweep called, or you can go here to the menu in order to obtain the sweep function. Go to the insert, and you see here the sweep, and there is a several sweep function that's called sweep, styled sweep, section, variational sweep, sweep along the guide, creating tube, and sweep the volume. So we will see all of them step by step. Firstly, it is this one is the sweep that is the creates the swept body along the guide and taking into account the cross sections. So if you open this sweep function here, you will be obtained this sweep function. Here you see the in the section you have to select the cross sections. In this case, in the example, you see the cross section is here is the rectangle, the rectangle, the first rectangle, the middle rectangle, and the third rectangle. And here in the example of the sweep function is the rectangles here, and here you have the circle and the rectangle. So in the here in the guides, and in the guide you have to select the maximum 3 the guide. In this case it is the selected only the one guide. You can see from here, go to the static wireframe, you see guide is this one. In this case only the one guide, but in the sweep function you can select the maximum the 3 the guide. So with the complex shapes you can create this kind of system. Here as a section it is selected this section, these 3 sections. So you can select as a section 2 or more the section, and 2, 3, 4, and so on. Here there is also the some parameters, so we will see all of them. Let's see the example how to create this sweep function. So go to the new file. Just so press OK. Okay, can you out? Okay, don't worry, just so new file. Now firstly I would like to sketch the first cross section as a rectangle for display. So select OK. It is the now how to sketch the rectangle. Okay, so by the center, for example. So here rectangle. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. So finish the sketch. Now I would like to create 2 new datum plane in order to sketch my cross section. So datum plane, I already explained the datum plane. So at the distance, so from this distance, so here the distance is here the 80. Let's make it 100. And here increase the number of the datum planes. Let's make it 2. Now you see 2 datum planes created. And now I will draw the 2 cross sections for this datum plane. So press sketch. Firstly select this one. Again I would like to draw the rectangle with any shape. So here now I will go sketch again, select this datum plane, press OK, and again I will draw the rectangle. So here. Now this three cross sections I draw, it is the cross section. So now I will draw the one. I will draw one guide curve which connect these three cross sections. In order to do this sketch, I will draw the guide curve on this plane, in the middle plane, like here. So press OK. So it will connect this line. So from here to here, vertical guide curve. So now my system is ready. Now using the swept function, I would like to connect these cross sections along this guide curve in the middle. In order to do this, you can open the swept here. Here in the sections, you will select these three rectangles. Firstly, I select this one, and you have to be careful with the arrow. Now it is on this side, so you have to be careful. So it is now it's correct. So in here you can press the add new set. So in order to add the second one, so select this one. You see the arrow, this arrow, yellow arrow, should be the same with the previous one. So the same. Now it's okay. And again add new set and select this one. See, always these three should be the same for the cross section. Now here as a guide, as a guide curve, you have maximum three, but in this case I would like to use only the one. In this case I will select this one. So you see it will be connect our the system by the swap function. So you can obtain such a system. So you can make the more the cross sections, or you can use at least two or more. So and here you see in the list, in the cross section, you see it is showing the three cross sections: section 1, section 2, and section 3. You can delete any of them. For example, if you delete the section 3, it will only connect section 1 and section 2, and you can add again section 3 by here. Sorry, it added, I think, in this list. Let me show you. No. So okay, let's do again faster. So this section, this section, this section, and select this guide code. So now this is what we have obtained. So here we can have the interpolation, cubic or blend. So in this case now it is a linear. We can make it as a cubic. You see it will become the complex shape like this in this case. So you can have the blended. So in this case, so you can obtain any shape as you want. So according to this one. So here press OK. So now is my system is using the swap function. In this case I use it as a cross section. It's a 3 rectangle. Now let's see how to connect the rectangle with a circle. In order to do this, I will go, for example, create a new datum coordinate system that we have discussed it. So let's make it offset datum coordinate system, and here select the selected coordinate system and select this absolute system, and here let's change only the x value. Let's make it 200 to see where it's located, and let's make it 300 to be the here. You see new datum is creating because I would like to draw the new system here, so not to delete this one. Press OK. So let's draw again here the sketch. Firstly draw the rectangle, and let's draw the circle again. Create the new datum plane at a distance from this one, and let's make it increase this one, and let's make it 1 only. You see, okay, and draw the here circle, here the circle with any dimension, and when you want to connect the circle with the rectangle, so we have to draw additional lines in order to connect them. So you have to do like this: sketch the line passing through this diagonal and this diagonal, and convert to the reference line here to here. So here this one. Now finish sketch and draw the guide curve again here. So let's draw the guide curve. Sketch on this plane. Press OK. So guide curve that connects between this one and this one. So here this guide curve. Now let's go to the swap again here. Select the swap. So as a section, select this first section and add new set, and select this section. So you see the direction is the same here to here in the left side, so it's correct. So press here the guide curve as this one. You see it is how it's connected. But in order to make the proper connection between the rectangle and the circle, we can go here the alignment and select by points. In this case, you see the point is created, and you can drag these points in order to connect this. For example, connect this one with exactly with this line, you see, and here drag this one to bring the here, and you can drag this point with this yellow, you see, becomes the yellow. So, and the last one is this one. It is just proper alignment by the points. You see, it is how it's the proper alignment with between the circle, with the circle and the rectangle. Also, you can make here the cubic in order to obtain such a shape, the complex shape. It depends on the system. So it is how to connect this kind of system with the swap function. With the swap, you can obtain such a complex shapes like this shape. So you can obtain the tubes and so on. Also, you can make the plastic elements. For example, go to the shell, and we analyze the shell. If you select this face, you see here. Let's make it bigger, 2 millimeter of the depth or 3 to see the. You see, you can obtain such a. Let hide these ones. Which is how to obtain the shell element with this one. So you can go on. Let I close this one. Open the next model here, model 2. You can obtain also such a element with the. Now we have seen as a guide curve as a one element. Now we will see how to use the guide curve with the two guide curves. So in order to do this, let's go new. So open here. So let's draw here the sketch. Select this plane and press OK. Firstly, I would like to draw the guide curve. For this one, I would like to draw the guide curve like this one, but be careful that guide curve should be always the tangent. You see here we don't have any tangency here between this line, so guide curve should be the tangent always. So in order to do this, let's make it Philip. Okay, it should be the tangent. So this is the guide curve. Now I will draw two cross sections. So in this case, you can draw for example, here. Yes. Screen is not. Sorry, but I share the screen. Sorry. Okay. So this is the guide curve. Now you can draw the here the rectangle here. First cross section here on this plane. You see, now finish the sketch. I would like to draw the second rectangle here. In this case, I will firstly create the new datum plane on this point, but here I select the point and direction. Here I select this point. You see the new datum plane is demonstrated. So, okay, I will sketch this one and press OK. I will draw the again the cross section here, the rectangular. Now I would like to draw the guide curves, another two guide curves for this system. So in order to do this, select the sketch. Okay, I will select this plane. That's okay. So I can draw the guide curve, for example, using the arc. Firstly, I will draw this kind of system, but guide curve should be exactly connected with this cross code with this cross code. So in this case I will do one more thing here. Go to the sketch here, this intersection point. I used this intersection point. So we have seen this intersection point means that if now I am active on this plane, you see it is a display. Now I am active in this plane because I draw my arc here on this plane. So if I select the intersection point and select this side, you see here the point is created exactly intersection with this plane. Since that I would like to locate this arc on this point, so press OK. You see it is created here, and go to the geometric constraint and select the coincident. So coincident of this point with this point. You see it is exactly locate my system to this cross section curve with the rectangle. The same things I will do here. Go to the sketch here, select the intersection point and select this line. You see the dot is created. Press OK. Go to the geometric constraint and select this point and this point. It just coincides 2 points. This is the first guide code. The same thing I will do in the lower part. So select for example arc. Firstly I draw here the arc here, and the same thing I will do what I have done so far with here select the intersection curve. So intersection curve this one. So press OK. Go to the geometric constant this one coincident with this one. So the same thing I will do in the uppercase. This one. So press OK. Constraint coincident this point created this point. So now finish the sketch. So the system is ready. Now using these two guide go, I can convert this as a reference. So now it's not necessary. So using this two guide curve, I would like to obtain the swap function. So in order to do this, go to the swap again. So select the section, for example this section, and add new set. Press the add new set and select this section. You see the arrow should be the same direction. If I change my arrow, we will see the result how it will be changed. So go to the guides in the here, select here so first select the connected curve and select this one, and add new set and select this one. You see if the arrow is here the opposite in the cross sections, it will be some this kind of not desired element. So you have to here convert the direction of the reverse the direction. So it is not here, so let's make here the delete this one, and now we will obtain this element. Just a moment. We can do one more time. So So in this case section, see this one and this one arrow should be the same, and go to the guides, select the sorry again, you have to here the select the connected curve. Okay, section, this section here, the go to the guide and select here the connected, or the tangent is also okay. So select this one and add new set and select this one. No, let me do again. Okay, this one, this one, and select here the tangent. So add new set. Just a moment. So now it's correct, and press OK. So this is the how is the system is obtained with the two guide curves. So you can obtain the this kind of system. So you can close it. Don't save for me, and let's open the new model to say the okay, you can do such kind of systems also with the circular. In this case, you see the two cross curve is the user. You can analyze here the cross section, the one, cross section 2, and cross section 3. And in this case, use the two guide code, this one and this one, in order to obtain the the system. So go to the file, new file. So you can draw the circle, finish the sketch. Let's draw the datum plane. In this case, the distance, this distance. So let's make it here and increase the number 2. So let's draw the circles for these two datum planes and other two circles. Let's make it smaller. Let's draw for the third one. This is the sections. Now we will draw the guide curve. So I will draw the guide curve in this plane, or you can draw on this plane. It doesn't matter. It should be in the middle plane. Press OK. So I will draw the guide curve using the Pseudo Spline here. Here to here, for example. Just a moment. Go to the Pseudo Spline. Sorry. This is the guide curve. You can draw any shape. Okay, until here. So, okay, sorry. So Pseudo Spline. That's okay. Now I will connect this guide curve with the circles. The same method. Go to here the intersection curve. So I will select this curve. Press OK. Here you see the dot is created. I will go to the constraint coincident. This point is this point, so it coincided. The same way I will do for the holes. this point, either this point, intersection curve on this circle. You see it's created, and select the geometric constraint, this point, either this point. So that's okay. Finish the sketch. So you see the this is the created. Double click, you can change the values here, and you can define the dimensions using the rapid dimension according your the systems and so on. So here but now it's not important, you can just change it. Now I would like to make the mirror, and to create the second guide curve, go to the sketch, mirror, select this line and make the mirror this one. So you see it is the mirror. Now you can use the swap function in order to obtain the shape. Go to the here, the select finish the sketch firstly, and select the swap, and for the section select the step by step the circles, this one. Be careful with the arrow direction, it should be the same. Add new set, and add new set, and go to the section, select this curve, and add new set, and select this one. So you can select as a cubic to see the result. So, and press OK. So this is the system, and you can make it shell in order to obtain some cup and so on. So you see, you can hide these ones. So this is the see how to obtain this as complex shapes. You can obtain using this whip some bottles, some plastic materials, and so on, the cups and so on. So it depends on your wishes. So this is the very useful tool to obtain such a systems. So now let's go on with the other examples with the swap function. So let me close this one, and open the next example which I prepared in advance. So you see here the bottle is designed using the swap function, but in the surface we have the several functions instead of the swap in order to create the bottle. So bottles and such kind of complex shapes. Now we will see this is just one example with the swap. So in this case, let's open the new file. So, and create the model. For the beginning, we can make the sketch of the rectangle with the extrusion. So press OK. Just the rectangle for the beginning as a base for the bottom. So you can extrude it. So let's make it lower a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. So now I would like to draw the upper part of the bottle. In order to do this, I will firstly create the datum plane at a distance. So let's keep it here, and I will draw the circle on this plane. So it is in the upper part, exactly in the middle. So okay. So I would like to make the here. We can hide this one. So I would like to make the swap function for these two elements. In order to do this, I would like to go to swap. As a section here, I select the edge of my rectangle, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and add new set. Here press the add new set, and select this one, and here there's a guide curve. I can select this one, but here you can draw any guide curve, but I can select also this edge. You see, it is the connected, but let's to change the direction here. So now it's correct, and you can cubic or linear like this, cubic, and so on. You can make that at any different shape in order to obtain the you can make it by points to change these values here to make the proper alignment like we did before. To bring here, see, it is the how is the bottle is obtained. Press OK. Can hide this one and this one also. Okay, let's keep it, and you can make it unite this one with this one. Press OK. So it is the united, and go to the shell again, make it shell, so you will obtain the bottle here. This is just a simple bottle, but further we will see the how to obtain the complex again the bottles with some elements in the surface and so on. This is just the beginning, and you can make also the here the some thread on the bottle, for example, if you would like to make the thread. And let's see this one. In order to do this thread, let's sketch. Let's try to do another thing. Let's go to the here the extrude and select this one. So you see it is extruded, but let's make it smaller here. And let's make it 10 millimeter for the thread here. Select OK. Now let's go to the curve. We have seen how to create the helix. So you see the helix is created, but let's go to the here on this position. But let's the here the value was, I think, let's make it 10. 10 is 20. No. Firstly, let's measure this diameter. Go to the analysis, measure here the distance. Here select the diameter and select this one. So the diameter is 35, and let's make it 36. So in order to do this, let's change this value, exact value, let's make it 36. See, you can play anytime with your sketch. Go to the home, and now go to the curve and select again a helix. In this case, you will do this one is exactly 36. So here, go up here, exactly on this point. You see now, and let's make it turns smaller. Okay, pitch angle also make it smaller. Make it 5. Maybe we will increase the number of the turns here and decrease the pitch distance. Okay, let's make it 5. Now it's okay. You see the helix curve is created for the making the thread, and let's press OK. Now let's go to the home. It's just rough examples, so without any dimension. So go to the datum plane, point and direction, select this one, so that's okay. Now I will draw the circle here. To see the better condition here, rotate it and select this point and draw the smaller hole here. let's make it change the value. So let's make it 2. Can make it 1 also. So finish the sketch. Now go to the again the swap and select this circle and select as a guide curve this one. You see it is somehow to create the thread, but here that's okay. You can increase the here the curve helix. Let's make it change the helix parameters here. Double click to the helix and here let's make it here the pitch distance is the 2 and here the turns make it 3, so maybe 4. So press OK. Now you see somehow the thread is created for the system. Can hide this one. So this is the how is the bottle is created. So we can go with the other examples. I can close it. You can do by yourself and so what kind of examples can be seen with the swap again? I can do this one. I can see. In order to do this, let's open the new file. So press OK. So I would like to draw the firstly, for example, here. Rectangle as the first cross section curve. Go to the datum plane and create the datum plane at a distance method at a distance. The distance of here can increase the value and change it is the 1 here and select this one sketch and select this datum plane and draw the, for example, the rectangle here and you can just connect this rectangle with this rectangle with this triangle using the curve 3D curve here. Create the 3D curve and just you can connect them like not using the sketch, but just you can connect like this also. This is another option. You see it is the connected. Sorry, go to the line, select this point, and press apply and select this point and this point, press apply and we can make here select again sketch. I will draw the spline line here in the top the same method is what we have done using the intersection curve. Select this curve. You see point is created and we will make the constraint this point with this point. Again intersection curve. Now okay, this intersection curve is not needed here because we have only the one point, this point with this point. So here it should be, just a moment, let me make it. Can just move here and bring it to this point. So No, I see. So okay, let's see the result, but it is not connected. Let me correct it. So what I have to do in this case, let me anyway create the point, try to make the point here. No, let delete this one and make the curve in the 3D curve, and here with the spline line. Let's check the result. Maybe so. Go to the home, swap. Here the select as a section this one, add new set this one, and select as a guide curve this one. So here add new set, this one, add new set, and select this middle one. So you see it will take the shape here after this one. This is the how is using the swap, using the 3D guide curve. Can hide the sketch, go to the hide in the show here, press this. Also you can hide this one. The same way you can go to the shell in order to make the shell element, press this one. So let's go on with the next example. Let's close this one. It is too simple. You can also using the swap create such a system. In this case you will just draw the line. It's a guide curve and the section curve like the circle. In this one you can use only the one guide curve to create such a tubes, but in the surface we have the special the sweep functions like sweep along the guide or the tube to create this kind of system. But this kind of system also they can be created by the sweep function. So it is simple. Just you need to draw the section line and the guide curve. Firstly, let's draw the guide curve on the this plane using the Pseudo Spline line. Any guide curve, for example. So press OK and finish the sketch. So select the datum plane. Okay, use the datum plane, for example, in this case, point and direction on this point. So go to the sketch and draw the section here. In this case you can use the section as the circle. You be careful here, it should start exactly on this point. And go to the swap, select as a section the circle here, and in the as a guide curve you see it is you have to select as a maximum 3, no more than 3, but in this case you can select 1, 2, and in this case it's just 1. It will just swap along the this line. So press OK. So this is the how is the system is obtained with the this system. It is the easy. So but we have the other functions in order to create such a system. We will see the later. So crawl this one. So here go to the here the about the swap. You can create also such a system with the swap function. So in order to do this, let's go on here, new file. So in this case, go to the press OK. Firstly, sketch the one rectangle, for example, on this plane to see the better. Sketch the rectangle, select the rectangle. So I would like to draw the guide curve on this plane. Any guide curve, the any length, finish sketch. Now I would like to make the swap of this rectangle along this guide curve. Go to the swap. Just select this one as a section and select the guide curve as this one. And here if you go down, and we have here the orientation. It means that we can make that is the angular orientation, and here select the linear one and the starting point and ending point. Let's change the end point. How to see the result? You see it will start to rotate. Let's make it a bigger to rotate in a bigger. So you see how to obtain the with the this one with the swap such a system. So it is the rotated starting 0 until the end is the rotate until the 1 550 500. So this is the how to the swap function can be obtained such as systems. So as I mentioned before, if you go here the more, we have here the tube function also as a sweep function. Also you can see that this one in this insert sweep, and here we have the tube. Let's see how to create a tube. In this case we need again the just single guide curve. In this case go to the new plane, new file, press OK. So we will need just one guide curve without any cross section. In this case just I will draw this one, and for example I would like to draw the any just arc here, simple arc. Now I would like to create a tube around this line, so I don't need in this case create any sections, just I need only this line. So in this case I will go to more here, select the tube, and it will be obtain I will open this one. So here you have to select a path. In this case the path is this one, so I selected, and here you have to select that specify the outer diameter and inner diameter of the tube. For example in this case it is 65 and 35, so let's keep it like this. And here you can select a single segment and multiple segment. Let's keep it single to see, and just press OK. You see the tube is created exactly with the diameter here. Outer diameter is a 65 and inner diameter is 35. You can change the value. For example, let's make outer diameter 40, and let's keep it a single segment. You see it is the change it. You will create a tube with this line. You can create a tube with the complex tubes with the according to your sketch. So firstly you have to define the any. For example, it depends on the path. So let's make the path more the complex path with a pseudo spline like this. So finish the sketch. This is my path for the tube, and I will go to the tube again. So tube, select my path here, and this is my cross section values. In this case let's again It should be the outer diameter obviously should be the bigger than inner one. So because it creates a tube. So just press OK. You see the tube is created with such a system. So it is the easy how to create the tube with this one instead of the slab, because it directly creates the inner diameter at a simultaneously way. So it is the one more option though how to create a tube. So in the general, so it depends. Just only need to draw the cross. I mean the guide curve. I mean the path. This case. So next option for the swap is the swap along the guide. This one. In this case, you need only one cross section and one guide in order to create the such kind of sweep function. So also you can find this one in the menu, insert, sweep group, and here the sweep along the guide. So let's see this one. So let me open here this one. Go back here. So sweep along the guide. This model. Let's see. Just a moment. Not this one. Sweep along the guide. Okay, this is the same. Okay. So just a moment. Let me close the all thing. Now it opens. So swept along the guide. In this case, you need just one cross section. Like here is the rectangle, and one path, meaning the guide curve. So the cross section could be the rectangular, the triangular, circular, any shape, any shape could be. So in this case, it's just a rectangle. So let's see with the rectangle. So open the new file, press OK. So let's draw guide curve firstly with the in this case let's select this plane. So guide curve using the spline line, any guide curve. That's OK. So finish sketch. So select the datum plane, create the datum plane using the point and direction on this point. You see datum plane is created. So now I would like to create the cross section here. So I can use the, for example, let's make it rectangular. So I would like to make the sweep of this rectangle along this guide curve. In this case, you can use the here the you can use the sweep, but also you can use the here the sweep along the guide. So it does not matter how to you use the all the functions. So in this case, you see there is the same almost with the sweep function. So in this case, you have to select the section. In this case, this rectangle, but in this case only you have to single guide. In this case only the single guide. So difference the sweep along the guide and between the sweep is that in the slab we can use the three guides, but in this case in our the example here we only single guide. In this case select this one. So you see it is the created. Also there is in the sweep along guide there is several options like the offset. So you can make the offset, first offset, for example, you can make it 2. You see, it will become this kind of shell element. Also, let's make it 0, and second offset, which is the outward offset. So press enter. You see it will be this shell element. You can create this kind of element. So also in the here we have the boolean in the script along the guide. It's the unite subtract intersection boolean. So also you can make the solid element and sheet element. So there is some differences between the slab here. If you make the sheet element, it will become, you see, the sheet element. So it will be sheeted element. So you see, you can go here, double click, make it solid. Now see, let's see how is the boolean is the worked with the sweep along the guide. In order to do this, I will draw again one more thing here, the rectangle, smaller rectangle. So here select the rectangle and select the center, and I want to make the sweep along the guide for this rectangle with the same with the same with the same guide here, but in this case I would like to make subtract along this guide. In this case I will go here the more again, so select the sweep along the guide. So this rectangle is selected, you see here, this rectangle selected as a guide. I will select this guide, that is our guide, first guide, and here as a boolean I will select the subtract from this one. So I will go with this one, so, and press OK. You see it is subtracted. So you can use the boolean for the in this case. Using this sweep along the guide. Here the boolean is subtracted. And if you select the intersection, so intersection will be kept. This is the small rectangle will be kept for us. Here you see the outer will be disappeared. So this is the how is the along the guide is to use it for this case. So difference is the with the swap is the here we have only the single guide. You can use the along the guide to create such a systems. You see the open system, not a rectangle. In order to do this, you can select the switch, the file, new file, sketch. So go to the, for example, as a guide curve, use the Pseudo Spline again. So finish a sketch. Let's create a new datum plane on this plane. So I would like to draw the now cross section for here. So you can draw the open system here. Now I would like to make the sweep of this open system along this guide curve. So in this case, go to the sweep along the guide, select this one, and select this one. You see it is the obtained such a system. So here you can make some thickness. So you see the thickness is given with a 2 millimeter on this direction. You can increase the thickness offset, so like this. So this is the next option. Also you can make such a system with a along the guide, such a cutting system. So in this case we will use the helix curve, but these systems also could be obtained. We will see the tomorrow with another swap function. Here I will see here swap with the swap volume. This could be obtained, such a system could be obtained with the swap volume, but also with the swap along the guide. In this case, let's create a new system. So let's create the cylinder using the here the cylinder which we have seen. So select the point, this point, and press OK. So the cylinder is created. Now let's see the diameter of the cylinder. For the beginning diameter is 100, and because it is required for the curve, helix curve, select the helix. So let's define the diameter is the 100, and the pitch value, let's make it let's see the result. So 20. Let's increase the number of the turns. So again, let's make it 20 or 15. So it is the normal. So press OK. Now go to the home, select the datum plane, select the point and direction, select this point, press OK, select the sketch, and select this new datum plane and press OK. Now select here the circle, here this one. Go to the helix to change the position, because there is some, go to the little bit here. Now it's okay. Now let's go to the wall, swap along the guide, select this one, and select as a guide this one. See, it is created, but here select offset is 0, and select here the subtract. To obtain this kind of system. So it's a gear system. So this is the how is to obtain the sweep with this using the sweep along the guide. But as I mentioned here, you can obtain the same system. It is the more easier with this one. We will see in tomorrow. So sweep with the sweep to volume. So now let's see the another example with the sweep along the guide. So go to the new file. So create the model, press OK. So let's create let's create the block. So press OK. So block is created. Now select here the sketch, select this face, select the rectangle, draw the rectangle here. So I would like to draw the line here, is the guide curve. And make it fillet, because the guide curve should be the tangent. So I would like to make the cut this rectangle along this guide curve. In this case, go to the swept along the guide, select this one, and select this one. You see, it is the here, it is the noun. So you can make subtract here to see the result. See, it is subtracted now, or you can make it to the intersection. in this case the intersection will be remained here only this path is the remainder. So it depends on the how do you select here the boolean. You can make the unite also, it will be remained but united with the our block. So this is the